Hey scholars and families, it's Miss Marnon. So I'm going to show you what we're doing starting the week of December 7th through December 11th. So just as a reminder, December 11th is going to be a half day for students. So they'll only have, I think, periods 1 through 3. So this week we're going to be working on proportional equations. So starting on Monday, here we have our daily overview. So there's a daily overview video. And then our 2 things that we need to do today are objectives that we can write a proportional equation. So this is like most work, it's going to be done in class notebook. So if you open up class notebook, it's just clicking right on the left-hand side where it says class notebook, the purple sign in to OneNote button, and then the blue open in OneNote online button. Once in class notebook, your student will be able to click their name and then go to the correct page. There are always teacher copies under the content library, and the page we're working on today is Unit 3, page 9. So it looks something like this, starting about a submarine, plotting the points, and describing one of the specific points. So this is for page 9 for Monday. When students are done, they should go back into modules and pick a standard quiz to work on. So at the bottom are all of the standards we're currently working on, so your student can pick any of these quizzes. For Tuesday, we're going to learn a little more about proportional equations. We're going to use them to solve some problems, and we're going to get better at writing them. So we're going to be in Unit 3, page 10, and then there is an independent practice. So here is the lesson. So there's a whole video right here in class notebook. I already have it open. It's going to be page 10, so Unit 3, page 10. So comparing a table and a graph of proportional relationships, what we've done before. And then we're going to actually write equations for both the table and the graph. There's some more problems about it and some practice getting used to writing these equations. When students are done, they can click next. And there's an independent practice. They can use the calculator. They click take the quiz to begin. There's always an extra credit question first. For Wednesday, just like previous Wednesday, students will be assigned a group of standards they need to work on. So if I go back into modules to show you what I mean. So I have 3 different groups of standards here. Your student will only be assigned one of these groups based on what they've been working on so far, maybe what they need to improve on. On all of these, they can click right here to be taken to the quiz they need to take. So if I open this in a new tab, you'll see this is the quiz for 7RP1. There's a video right here they can watch to get some help if they need it. Or they can click this and it will take them to the module that has just all of the quizzes listed here. When they're done, they have to hit submit assignment because they have 2 reflection questions and they're pretty easy question. Which one was the easiest for you? Which one do you still need to work more on? So they can hit submit assignment at the top and then it gives them all of these options. They most likely want to do text entry and then they can actually copy this and paste it below and then answer right here. So standard that was easier for me was whichever one was easiest, and so they can see their scores right after they take them. So if they got 3 out of 3 on one, that was probably the easiest one. If they finish early, they can work on Imagine Math. For Thursday, we're going to start reviewing because we want to have a test next week. So here's the Thursday overview video. We're specifically going to just look at these 2 standards today. So here's the video for the lesson. It's in class notebook. This is Unit 3, page 11. Looks like this. So we have some review questions and a preview, and then it's broken down by standard. This is listing the 2 different skills for this standard, and then we're going to practice some stuff about it. These are all of the different little skills that are within this standard, and then we're going to practice all of them here in these different exercises. Then there's the exit ticket and the self-reflection. All of these are based on state test questions and getting us ready to be able to answer higher level questions. So that is it for Thursday. For Friday, it's a half day. So students who are in school or do have periods 1 through 3, we're actually going to do a data day. So there's the daily overview video here if they need help. And we just have one thing to do, and that's a 5-minute conference with the teacher. When your student's not in a conference with the teacher, they're going to just be making up any old work that they have. But there's a video here that shows them how to edit their data sheet. So I'll show you, they'll have now a data tab on their OneNote, and they should have this page 1, and it will even be dated with the date for today. This will be already filled out mostly. So all the scores on the STAR test and on the New York State test and any grades will already be auto-populated for your student. They just need to do these reflection questions, like looking at my scores, I feel my next SMART goal is. There are 2 ways for students to fill this out. So either virtually, so they're gonna have to write it on OneNote, or if they are in person on Friday, I will have a paper copy for them. On the OneNote version, they can use this drawing tool and they can write with the drawing tool, or if it's easier, they can click over here for a text box, and then they will have this that they can click and drag and place, and they can do that with as many text boxes as they need. Just like that. So that's all for Friday. To sign up for a time for students who are in person, let me show you what it looks like for my first period class. Under collaboration space, because this is where both students and I can type and edit, there's this tab that says signups. We have 12, 11, 20 data meeting signups. So there are different times that they can sign up with me or another teacher to have their meeting. So if your student is a fully virtual student, I'm going to actually call them directly into a Teams meeting at their assigned time. Some students also have Miss Reno for AIS, so she's actually going to be doing meetings during AIS time as well. So like my first period, they can meet with me first period, or they can meet with Miss Reno second period, based on whatever's going to work for their morning best. So they're just going to be able to type their name here. On Friday morning, I'll call them. So if your student signed here, I'll call them right at 9:10. We'll have our little data conference. We'll talk about their goals and set some good goals for us to work on. And that's going to be it for this week. At any time, students can work on Imagine Math. That's just through Clever. Students are getting entered through the district into contests, and they could win some prizes for getting lessons and earning points through Imagine Math. And it does fill in any learning gaps from the spring or even earlier. But that's it for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.